Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified.
Hoo-wee. Yeah, I'm tired today. Those of you who don't know, I went to the Pink Pat Benatar concert last night, and it was a blast. So my mother-in-law got us tickets, Victoria and I and herself, for Christmas. And the three of us ladies went out and had a good night at the Pink concert. It was really nice. It was very nice. People in Minnesota can't drive. I'm going to say that. Just don't. Our Minnesota nice does not extend to driving. I mean, on the road, we'll cut you. So we had to get out of a ramp twice. Had to do the merge thing, well, 3 times. The zipper maneuver. And only 2 people in that ramp weren't playing nice. So, I mean, that's not too bad, but it was still pretty awful. And if you didn't see any of my social media feeds, there was this moment where I was like, oh, Pat Benatar is doing her warm-up. Here, I'll just play it. My 12-year-old self is so happy right now. Listen, Pat Benatar's doing a sound check. Yeah. So we could hear them doing their sound check, and we could hear Pat Benatar singing, and I wanted to cry. I was so excited because I had gone onto Pat Benatar's website to see if they were like what the tour merchandise was going to be like, and it didn't have Minneapolis on there. And I went, does that mean somebody else is opening? And then you go to Pink's concert information, it was like she will be having Pat Benatar and Brandi Carlile and Group Love, and there was all these other people, and I went, who's what? So for us, there were 3 opening acts. There was a DJ, and that was the Cut something. I don't know. I'll put his picture up here. He was good. I like this kid. I mean, he kind of figured out, the whole, there's a lot of women here, let's not play misogynistic crap pretty quick. And it was fun the way he cut the songs together. So it's just a DJ, he's not any original music of his own. And then we also had One Love, this band. I'm not a huge fan. I'll just say that. My daughter knows one of their songs. And beyond that, we were like, maybe their sound guy wasn't on, or I don't know, but we were not fans of One Love. And then Pat Benatar came out. It was so good. It was so good. So she came out, did her whole show, and there's just the 4 band members right now. Yeah, 4 band members now. And it was low production value. It was just the 4 of them on the stage singing, and they used the same video monitors that everyone else was using. to get close-ups for those of us in the nosebleeders. We weren't quite in the nosebleeders. We were like the second level up. And so they were really great seats and directly across from the stage. And but the production value for Pat Benatar wasn't like outstanding, right? It wasn't like... So, but it was great. She can still sing. Like, you guys, you know, I can't even count the number of older aging singers that their smoking or their drug use or whatever the problem is has affected their voices. Or they just haven't cared for their voices and they can't sing anymore, but they keep trying. Ugh. Even the older male singers, you know, oh yeah, don't even get me started on Guns N' Roses. Ugh. If you haven't seen that and you're a Guns N' Roses fan, don't. It'll just ruin your whole memories, all your childhood memories. Don't watch. But Pat Benatar is excellent. Excellent. And then it was time for Pink. And that is a show and a half. I mean, everybody knows she's dangling from the ceiling and doing all the silks and all that stuff. But it's impressive to see, and she can sing. Like, that girl can sing. So I first saw Pink when she was 16 years old. She was doing like a mall tour. She was in the Rotunda at the Mall of America. And I was in Barnes & Noble trying to arrange a book signing for Midwest fiction writers that I was part of for our annual event. And I could hear this like voice explode in my ears. And I was like, who is that? And I had to leave Barnes & Noble to go check this out. I had to go see this. And they have a table set up with her merch and her CD. And I bought the Pink CD right there in the Mall of America Rotunda. I remember the day. And I've bought every one of them since. Every one. That girl can sing, y'all. She can sing. So I'm really glad that her career took off, because I have a few CDs of people who can sing who their careers did not take off. And it's sad. That's sad. It's like really heartbreaking, because they are extremely talented and they, for one reason or another, didn't hit. So, but Pink is still around and she's still singing and she's amazing. And here's a little bit of it. And she, you know, flew out on her gear and it was like right in front of us and she's waving and that was pretty cool. That's an amazing way for her to make a connection with her fans, and it was wonderful. Totally worth it. Amazing. Thank you to my mother-in-law. I thanked her yesterday quite a few times, but just, I know she watches. Thank you again. Because that was one of the best shows I've ever been at. I did go to the thrift store today. I bought one thing. I'm extremely tired, so this is the only video you're getting today, is this talking head video and my one thing that I picked up at the thrift store. So I went to my local thrift store and I'm happy I picked up this item, and at the same time I very much regret going into the thrift store. So it has changed since I was last in there. I don't know, I can't talk today. And not in a good way, of course. They have gone off the rails. They now are full on trying to be a vintage store. And the pricing is completely outrageous. And even on their craft items, like I went in looking for crafty things, and they were just outrageous, the price. I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest. And here's the thing is, like, me and a billion other YouTubers and TikTokers and all that good stuff, we come up with clever ideas to use these pieces, right, from thrift stores and stuff like that, and reuse things, and we get our craft supplies at the craft supplies at the thrift store. You would think that the thrift stores would be like, oh, I'm so glad somebody found a use for that item so that, we can get rid of them. This is not the case. What they went is, oh, I'm so glad somebody found a use for that item so we could start gouging people. I mean, they charge more than when I finish a project, what I charge for it with a finished project. And they had a Piccalilli, the Tupperware pickle lifter. It's a newer one. And I thought about grabbing it and putting it in the booth anyway because they are super popular. And it was $6.50. I could still make a profit on $6.50. Not as much of a profit, but I could make a small profit on $6.50. And I put it back because it was the principle of the thing. It was the principle of the thing. I was like, everything else there was untouchably expensive. And I had to put it back. I had to put it back because like everything else was like, no, I can't justify this price. I can't justify that price. I can't justify this price. And I heard somebody say that resellers ruined thrift stores. I don't think so. Like, part of me feels guilty, and at the same time, part of me is like, they should be happy because that glassware is just sitting on their counters. They're not moving it at that price because they're trying to charge more than I would charge. I know what it should go for in Minnesota because that's my job. They apparently look at eBay, which is the coasts and international a lot of times in pricing, and that's the price they're trying to get here in our neighborhood. You can't get that price here. They have lost their minds. And then their furniture, oh my God. They had a mid-century dresser and somebody had tried to DIY it. It was a nightmare. It was going to be a nightmare of stripping paint because it was so glopped on. $48.50. Giving you $50 for something that's going to take 4 times the work that it should. It was just, and then there was a mid-century hutch. It was a small one and it was okay. It wasn't like, oh, it was, it's okay. I mean, it would do. Like I could put it in and maybe get $100 for it. That's what I was thinking was $100 for it is what I could get. They had it at $148. And I went, well, good luck to them. Good luck. I don't think they're going to get it. Because, it was a small cabinet. It was not like the giant hutch. It was a small hutch. Anyway, but I did find one thing that I could not put back. And I'm happy I have it. And at the same time, I'm regretting it. And the only reason I didn't put it back is because it's not for resale. It's for me. So let me find it here and I'll show you. And here it is. And you're like, it's a crock? I paid $7.50 for it. And it came to $8.04 with tax. I did not round up. They're making enough. I applied for the chief financial officer over there back when I was an accountant. And if they'd been doing this stuff when I was there, I'd have quit. Anyway. No, it's not just a crock. It says brushes on it. It's got a shaving brush in there. But I'm going to use this for my paint brushes because I'm like, when am I going to find another vintage crock that says brushes on it, right? So I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping it. So this is going to hold my paintbrushes. Right now, my paintbrushes is in a different shaving mug. It's in a shaving mug. Old Spice shaving mug over there. So it's an Ironstone Old Spice shaving mug. And this is going to be my new brush holder because it says brushes on it. I don't do a lot of decorating like in here. clearly. I don't have that office space where, you know, you could walk in here and be like, oh, look at her craft room. It's so cool and it's laid out really nice. And then, no, but I aspire to be. And when I get there, I'm going to have a brush holder. It's actually in really good shape. It's not cracked or chipped or anything. Got a weird shaving brush in it. I'll sell the shaving brush, I guess. But this is going to hold my paintbrushes. I just think it's cool. I just thought it was cool. That's it. That's my one thrift haul for today. And I still regret it. And at the same time, I don't regret it. I don't know how better to describe how I feel about that is I regret giving them money at all. And I don't regret it because I really, really love it. Do I think that's overpriced for a shaving mug? Yes. For shaving brushes? Yeah. I don't know what that's from. I don't know if it was like a barber shop and they kept their brushes in there or if it was a hairbrush holder. I don't know what that's from. I know nothing about it. It's just that it says brushes and I wanted it. There you go. I'm super tired. I know this video wasn't the greatest. I know that it, you know, if you're not a huge fan of Pink and Pat Benatar, you're probably like, why do I care? Why are you showing this? Because there were a lot of you who had commented and said, you know, I can't wait to hear about the concert. Well, the concert was fantastic. It was amazing. We had a beautiful time. Aside from trying to get out of the parking ramp, it was a great night. Got home at 1:30 in the morning and had to get up and watch my nephew. So, a little tired. I'm looking forward to going to bed tonight at 9 o'clock. Thanks for watching, you guys. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.